By the way, you guys are welcome once again. Once again, you're welcome. Is it any coincidence that I post this video today and instantly Bungie is like, hold up, guys, badass has spoken. All right, so he says we will be disabling the artifact for power-enabled PvP, Iron Banner, and Trials until we can implement a power cap feature, which is what everybody's been asking for. This cap will allow us to weave artifact and power pursuit together while preventing unbound power growth in PvP.
You still have to be a certain power level.
Yeah, hold on. Here,
Yeah.
I'll show you guys what I said. So I said another option is instead of a power cap, just remove the bonus from the artifact, so the unlocks are still available and pinnacle rewards still matter. So on your character, the artifact gives you this bonus right down here.
What bonus? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, my power bonus is a plus 18. For some people, it's a plus 40. You know?
Mine is plus 16.
Yeah, it's, well, like I said, some people are a plus 40. And still, if that cap is still too high, it's still going to be an issue. So a cap doesn't mean the problem is solved, because we have to see what the cap is going to be. Is it going to be a ridiculous number that normal people can't obtain? Is it going to be like the Easy Bake Oven where you have to run 400 bounties just to get up to that? And people get burnt out because whatever. It's still, we'll see. This is what I would suggest, because that way, you know, if you disable this power bonus, then people are still going to grind for light levels on pinnacle rewards, and that will mean the raids are still important. That will be your flashpoints, your pinnacle rewards, your nightfalls, all that kind of stuff will still be important to getting pinnacle gear, but you're not going to just reward the people that do the most bounty farming an outrageous number. We've taken a pass at all the one-shot abilities to tune their risk-reward factor. We'll warn you that some of these changes look extreme on paper, but we made a point to make sure these abilities retain their overall feel. For the Titans, 3 shoulder charge abilities, we reduced the auto-targeting angle by 50%. That might sound like a lot, but Acrobatic Titans could previously auto-target to make an instant 90-degree turn. True, which was bullshit. However, Titans also shoulder charge through people doing 0 damage. Let's see if they talk about that. We've also adjusted the lunge distance to 5.5 for both targeted and untargeted lunges. Targeted lunges were previously 6 meters, while untargeted lunges were previously 4.5. These changes make for more consistent experience while lunging. I don't have a problem with that. But I do have a problem with no reference to the shoulder charges that do not register at all. Of course they're not going to mention that. For Hunter's weighted knife, we've reduced its tracking significantly and created a new tracking tech that will reduce its tracking. Again! You're welcome, everybody. Coincidence? My last video before I fixed Trials for you, my last video was how easy Hunter throwing knives were, and here you go. Coincidence? I think not.
I'm gonna go get some water.
We've reduced tracking significantly and created tracking tech that will make knife more faithful to its initial throw trajectory. Good.
No, I said just scroll down to the Warlock melee. That's the only part I care about right now.
Yeah.
But the data doesn't always tell the whole story, we believe. Well, sometimes there's important information in there.
Oh, read it on your own time.
Warlock. Oh, my God. Warlock. Then I'm not going to read it now. I'm not going to read it twice. Warlocks have long been at a disadvantage in melee fights because it takes them slightly longer than Titans and Hunters to recover from making a melee attack. You're about 2 years late. So next season, that's why this stuff up here is important, because they contradict themselves later on. We're extending the Warlock's basic melee range by 1 meter to a total of 5.5 meters. Warlocks will still have melee slightly slower than the other classes, but they'll now have a 1 meter advantage.
Wow.
No, that's not good. That's not good enough.
Yeah, it's
not
useless.
Good enough. That's useless. So, right.
That's you getting closer to getting killed.
So
Your
Handheld
brain is open.
Supernova is gonna hit me from another meter away.
Maybe. Well, we'll see. You'll likely emerge if you can use this window to land the first melee attack. No, dumb ass. This isn't what's gonna happen. What you do is you shotgun melee first. Shotgun or you shoot melee so that you whittle them down, and then you melee, and hopefully, like with the Thithotheps, it pulls you in and finishes them off. You never melee first. If you got a slow melee, why would you melee first? Guys, pay attention to your own data. Anyway, especially if you're slower. If you can use
listen
this
to
window
anybody
to
else.
land the first... No, you're gonna... Whatever. As for the Warlock's Handheld Supernova, we've made a number of changes to bring this ability... Hold on a sec. This ability in line with the other one-shot abilities, while part of strength lies in its pairing with the controversial exotic gauntlets, which are also being tuned this season. Our data indicated that even without controversial Handheld Supernova needed to be adjusted. True that. Increased activation time by 0.6 seconds. Okay, before I even read this, let me tell you what should happen. They need to get rid of the damage reduction. As Otter pointed out in comp earlier tonight, there's no fucking reason you should have damage reduction while doing Handheld Supernova.
No, you shouldn't put up a fucking barrier.
Yes.
That my shoulder charge can't break through. That takes away my one hit, but you can
Yes.
throw
You
your
can walk around with a buff.
Yeah.
So if they don't mention that, I'm gonna be pissed. The other thing is, with the Controverse holds, you shouldn't get it back instantly. Those two things are my problems. So let's see what they say. Increased activation time by 0.6. Reduced hold time from 3.5 to 2.5. Okay, so it goes away quicker. Reduced range by 20%. Okay, that's good. Tightened horizontal spread of bolts by 25%. Okay. Bolt explosion now does self-damage. Okay. Reduced bolt explosion radius from 3 meters to 2.5. We'll see. I don't know if this is going to satisfy me. No mention of the damage reduction. In our playtesting, we found that the product of these changes is an ability that is still incredibly strong, but now has risk-reward ratio commensurate. Who uses this word? Get it out of there. With its power. After all this, we could... Blah, 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 blah. Silver lining here, the tightening of the bolts leads to more concentrated damage at range, improving its viability against supers to compensate for this. Why? Why should this ability take out supers? Why? No. Other elements in the middle void walker path are being buffed, including Nova Warp Super, which now has increased damage resistance. I'm fucking sick of their damage resistance hard on.
Link cost.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna go back to my Warlock and just run fucking Handheld.
We've made changes to a number of subclass paths, effort, tighten gameplay balance. For example, Stormcaller top, Striker bottom. Our Striker bottom have remained dominant in PvP. Dominant? Stormcaller top is dominant? Yeah, I'm on the next section. Stormcaller top is not dominant. Sorry. Our Striker bottom. What?
Bad. It's not bad.
It's not dominant.
Yeah.
Stormcaller top is not dominant. I use it. Maybe that's why they think it's dominant. Season now, consistently beating out all other paths in both win rate and average efficiency. Wow, is that what you're going by? So because I'm winning, you're going to punish me.
Yes. Scrub Lord.
That's literally what they're saying. You guys are doing too well. They just said their data doesn't tell the whole story, and now they're going by one data point to nerf it. Yeah, whatever. These paths have also ranked among the top PvE paths. No. Nobody uses top tree Stormcaller for PvE.
Nope.
Dumb. Play your own game, and you'd see. Play your own game, and you wouldn't have to look at Excel sheets all day to determine what's right or wrong. We've adjusted these paths to bring them closer to the middle of the pack. Nope. So in other words, we're going to take this away so nobody uses it, and then we're going to rebuff it. We're going to have the same conversation 2 years from now. We've noticed nobody uses top tree Stormcaller anymore. Here, to make it more powerful, it's just a yo-yo effect with these people. Bunch of yo-yos. In the spirit of transparency, we take no joy in nerfing the abilities, weapons, and armor that we all love to use. Yeah, sure. We wish the answer to keeping the game balanced and fresh was always to buff the underperforming elements, but an approach leads to power creep. Whatever. I agree with that. That's it from us today.
Today.
Please tell me you're reading a little bit more.
Patch notes when the season begins. Those should
I love that.
Oh yeah, hunter trip mines are sticky again. Stay sharp. I think they always should have been. I don't have a problem with that. I loved unicorning people. I was reading a Reddit post and, somebody made the comment of this game has so much potential and if they would just do this or just do that. And one of the replies to the comment was, everybody's been talking about potential with this game since 2014. At what point do you start to realize this is all the game's ever going to be? And I read that and I was like, that's a really, really good point. And I catch myself, that's what I was starting to talk about earlier in the stream. I catch myself doing that. You want the game to be what you hope it will be so much that you kind of forget that, you know what? It's never been that. It's every time they get close, it just isn't. And it's like, it probably won't be. This is probably what it's going to be. Because at the end of the day, it's a money-making business. They are more concerned, especially now that they're on their own, they're more concerned about the casual audience. That's why you have so many auto-targeting and tracking things, so that, people who aren't as good can feel like they're good. And that's fine. That's 100% fine. And usually it's the casual players that are having the most fun with this game. The people that have been playing this game the longest are the most upset. The new players are like, holy shit, this is fun. It's always the people that are, disenchanted and jaded. Like, it used to be, in my day, it used to be like this. Well, it's not like that anymore, and I'm guilty of saying that myself. And when I saw that post, that's what got me thinking, like, you know what? I need to stop expecting this game to be anything beyond what it is. If you accept the game where it's at, then you'll probably end up being a lot more happy than if you hope it's something else. That's what I'm trying to focus on with this game.